At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. And tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Still shedding tackles. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They go play action with Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Baltimore.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. But that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 19 yards for Derrick Henry. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. He'll find Thielen work in the middle.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On the give, it's Warren.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. He's got him in, complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Steelers will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Thielen going to go in motion right.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Luke now for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Here's Rodgers to throw.
That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a run with Warren.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
And this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. but he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, the tight end. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Patrick Queen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Jackson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 47 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. The quarterback dropped, had the deep ball in his eyes, threw it out there. Perfect pass. Really nice play.
Is that the one they drew up for us in their production meeting and told us to be on the lookout for?
Yes, it was.
Boy, I think that he threw it better than they drew it up. That was fantastic.
On his loop for the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, loop back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he finds Austin complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here is 3rd and 5.
They'll run it again with Henry. Bulldozes past him.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Breaks through the contact.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens add 6 to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Luke now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run it, Warren. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Rodgers now to throw. Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Rodgers. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Corliss Waitman now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Wester on the return.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
On the counter, it's Henry. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
161 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
25 yards. First down, Ravens.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Baltimore, first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A shotgun handoff to Henry.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
No gain on the play.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A 36-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Starting things out with a give to gain low.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
brings up second.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Rodgers going to throw. Completes it to Austin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Rodgers.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just...
And it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Rodgers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second and 3 from the 9.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Marquez found as Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Henry again on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
It's a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Warren will try the right side.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A short one there to Fryermuth.
Call it a gain of a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Rodgers. Lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Still going. They can't stop him.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Now it's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Baltimore first down. A gain of 12. First down, Ravens.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A first down carry for Henry. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still second down.
And they run the option on second down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the
And this is what they're going to need
46-yard
more
line.
of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Yards that time, but a first down on the keeper.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick
After
off
the
for
successful
Pittsburgh.
field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Henry up the middle. A solid stiff arm. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
231 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action with Jackson.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
On his loop for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
A short one there to Fryermuth.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rodgers will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Rodgers.
And that would give me off target and incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 15-yard line.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
They give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Warren. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows. And you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin with Henry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Rodgers.
Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Steelers, 34.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens ready to take over.
This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, They go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry.
They'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Baltimore, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lamar going to give this to Ali. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On the counter, Mitchell. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. A give running left, Ali.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still third down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it third and long.
Now it's Mitchell.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a two-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
This is 1st and 10.
Rodgers to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Austin.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Here's 2nd down.
Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
At the 47-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. That's pulled in by Wilson.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out And I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.